With Bloomie Lewis. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing great, very great.
Nice to hear, nice to hear. So I know you've been interested in the performing arts for a really long time. You started in high school. Tell us about that experience.
Well, actually, I started in high school because my brothers had a band and they needed a bass player. I'm a bass player. And I decided to learn the instrument. And it became very easy for me. So from there, I started and started playing with different bands and developed my own bands.
And you play more than one instrument, right?
Yes.
What are those instruments?
I play the steel drum too.
Okay, so why did you pick those? Did you just randomly, or did your brother encourage you to pick those instruments?
Actually, the steel drum was, I needed to do that because at the time it was a very popular instrument here in Florida. And I decided to get into it, to make some money. So that's how that started. But then I love it. I really love it. It's a nice instrument.
So since you are a musician, obviously, are you interested in learning to play more instruments or any other instruments?
Every day. As a matter of fact, I play all the instruments. I write my own music, so I play all the instruments in my songs, except for the guitar. I think that I leave that to the guitar players. But I'm always looking to play something different and new.
Okay, so I know every time I listen to your music, I just want to go to the islands. I want to be someplace sunny. So what were you trying to give your viewers or your listeners when you made your music?
To be honest with you, you gave the answer.
Woo!
What happened? Because that's the whole concept, is that you want to go to the islands. All the islands are beautiful. And as you know, I've been playing with a lot of different bands from like Cuba and Haiti, Trinidad, the United States. I play every music. I play jazz too.
And where are you from?
I am from St. Vincent, but I was born in Curacao.
Okay, so yes, give it up for that.
Yeah.
Representing the Caribbean islands, because your music is very diverse.
Yes.
Okay, and I know you've also worked with a lot of people. So what was that experience like, being able to collaborate with different musicians?
As a matter of fact, that is the influence to my music. As I don't know if you're aware of it, but I actually played with a Haitian man, strings. As a bass player, I've been all over the world with them. I've been to Europe, we've been to Spain, Madrid, New York. And that also, you will see the similarity in the music once you start playing it. All of us sound the same. If you really, the same basic beat is the same way we all feel. We just separated by water.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
So having been to all of those countries and, meeting all of those people, what did you feel you learned in that experience? Did you learn anything new?
Well, I'm more aware of the fact that we have a lot in common. We really we were divided. I mean, that goes back to the beginning of time, okay?
Yeah.
But we are now beginning to understand we're all the same people. The Caribbean is a nation by itself, And on top of that, I'll tell you, I have close connections with Belize through the people that left St. Vincent. They call St. Vincent their home. They call Garifuna. So there's a lot of little nations happening in those islands, but we're all the same. I mean, the culture is the same. The music is that same beat, the heartbeat.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. We're going to come back and we're going to talk to Bloomie some more.